Hello, my name is Caitlin. I'm your mindfulness messenger for today. What I do is help women who are feeling isolated or they're feeling stuck or trapped in their lives and give them the tools to shift out of that so that they can feel the freedom and really feel the space that they desire. So let's get to it. Today I wanted to talk about the second mindfulness technique that is important in really your mindfulness lifestyle if you're getting into it or if you're getting reacquainted or you just want to learn more. So today's video is going to be about emotional intelligence. Why I wanted to talk about this was because maybe you can relate. When I heard about emotional intelligence the first time, it was more like through work, and I honestly kind of judged it. I hate to say it, I kind of thought it was just something you had to do, and I thought it was sort of privileged. When I was going through my spiritual awakening and continuing through it, I honestly realized that emotional intelligence is different. It can be different for everyone, and through my spiritual awakening, I actually viewed it in a different way that helped kind of take the pressure off of it and this idea around it. You can relate to that. That's so awesome, and I totally know where you're at right now. And I hope to clarify and give another viewpoint of what emotional intelligence is. Another reason why I wanted to talk about this is because emotional intelligence is a tool that you can access on your own and can reflect upon questions and reflect upon the things that come up for you. You can really get a sense of the inner work, and you can really get a sense of the benefits that come from assessing yourself and looking inward in yourself. This can be accessible. This doesn't have to go through your work, or it doesn't have to be this intimidating thing. And that's what I wanted to shed light on as well. What is this word that everyone uses? So emotional intelligence is really getting familiar with your own emotions and what drives your behaviors. Emotions drive your behaviors. What are the emotions behind your behaviors? Why do you react so quickly or so blindly to something? Why do you instantly feel really, really mad or really, really sad when someone says something or when someone does something? So it's a of looking inward and in practicing this so that you can evolve and grow and also create a better quality of life, or the quality of life that you want. And that's how emotional intelligence is relevant to mindfulness, is because it's a way to look inward. It's a different way to pause and reflect and move forward. I said just briefly before that emotions drive behaviors, and I want to touch on this a little bit more because we think of something external happening and then it's our behavior. So like an outside event. Let's say, for example, you're out grocery shopping and you're in line, you're in this super long line, and then someone cuts you and moves forward, and you immediately feel frustrated and angry. Usually we would think, okay, it's the event of the person cutting in line that's causing this behavior. It's this outsourced thing. When we add emotional intelligence to it, it's actually, when we look at it, it's the event and then the emotion and feeling, and then it's the behavior. You're reacting to a certain way that the event is creating within you, and then you act on that behavior. So I want to demonstrate that's kind of the linear way of viewing this. This is something that we can actually practice in our daily life. So taking that opportunity, how you can practice emotional intelligence is when you immediately feel that behavior, that anger, that you want to yell at someone, or that you want to be passive aggressive, or anything like that, pause and reflect. And I'm not saying that this is easy to do, because when you're first starting out, it's actually the last thing you ever want to do. Don't tell me to say no. Don't tell me to pause and breathe for 10 seconds. But that actually really works. So pausing and reflecting on what you really want to say, or reflecting on what's going on in the situation. And the importance of this is that you get to empower yourself. You're not reacting, you're responding. And that's you're empowering yourself to what's actually going on, and you're choosing your reaction. So that's one way to become aware of your common behaviors. If you want to become more aware of them, or if you want to change them or something, that is one way to practice. Another way to practice is to just do self-reflection on your own. So if there's any area in your life that you feel like stuck in or a little bit stifled, you can look at past behaviors of what have you done in the past and how have you reacted to them, and just get aware. This isn't about like judging or critiquing at all. That's the last thing. We really do want to give grace and compassion to ourselves so that we can move forward and create that better quality of day or life that you want. So really just getting intimate and honest and just witnessing it, of like, what have you done in the past? And those questions can bring up more questions of, if this were to happen now, what would you want to do differently? Another thing I want to mention is this takes practice. This isn't about like finishing it. This is constant practice, and that's actually where the value comes from and the success comes from, because people who are emotionally intelligent leaders that do it for a living still have trouble committing. It's really about catching yourself, witnessing what's going on, what your brain, what your ego is thinking, witnessing it, and then choosing for yourself what you want to do. It's not about de-emphasizing how you feel or devaluing it at all. It's actually enhancing your quality of your inner life right here, because you get to choose. So this is going to take practice, and that's literally what it's all about, just taking practice, and you'll see it'll get easier and you'll catch yourself without even realizing. So that's one mindfulness technique that will help you in your journey of really pausing and reflecting and moving forward. It's really incredible and really great, and doesn't have to be scary at all. I hope this helped clarify, and I hope this helped you out. If you have any comments about this video, or if you have any suggestions or anything that's helped you in your life related to emotional intelligence, please drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. Go ahead and check the link below. There's a link to a free guided meditation. Go ahead and click that button. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.